welcome back to the channel. I'm Carey Randall here with Beyond the Badge Inside the Bars. Today we're going to talk about September of 1971. What happened in the prison system in New York, 1971. But right now we're going to talk about Burna, where you can get that InsideTheBars.store.
Introducing the Ungun, the non-lethal self-defense platform. Lightweight and simple to use. It uses an easy-to-load 5-round magazine and is powered by an 8-gram CO2 cartridge. Burna launchers fire a 68 caliber chemical-filled projectile using a patented pull-pierce technology where the CO2 canister is only punctured on the first trigger pull, meaning your launcher is always at the ready. It's capable of incapacitating an attacker for over 30 minutes and is accurate and effective at over 60 feet. It requires no permits, no background checks, and is interstate travel friendly. With Burna, you will be prepared to defend.
All right, guys, we'll go back to September 1971, New York, Attica. It was the echo of the weights of the injustice, rebellion, brutal suppression. Attica was not just a riot. It was a systematic of events that shook the foundations of the American prison system. What led to the uprising? What transpired beyond the walls? And why did it leave so many scars? Well, I'll tell you, Attica was like a pressure cooker. Had so many problems. Over the years, it finally cooked over. First of all, it was at 150% capacity. It was overcrowded. It was full of racism. And the conditions was horrible to live in. Vast majority of these inmates were either Latino or Black. They faced systematic abuse. Parole hearings were farce. The males were censored. And the basic necessities were scarce. I'm talking about one roll of toilet paper a month, one shower a week. Imagine a system designed to break the human spirits, a place where hope was a luxury a few could afford. Now, the day after Jackson's death, inmate Jackson, at least 700 Attica inmates participated in a hunger strike of his honor. Now, the spark, a series of small incidents. Well, these series of small incidents kept escalating the tension in the facility. The death of the fellow inmate of Bobby Jackson, who was a prominent figure within the prison, and whose death sparked a widespread of unrest. And with the feeling of being ignored, the sheer weight of injustice, like I stated, it wasn't one single event, but the accumulations of years of systematic abuse that happened at Attica. Now, September 9th of 1971 is when it started going down. This is when the prisoners seized control, took hostages. They issued a list of demands, a desperate plead for basic human rights. They wanted better medical treatment. They wanted religious freedom. And they wanted to end the physical abuse that they endured while being in Attica. But on top of that, while they're rioting, they was asking for amnesty for their actions. Now, they wanted to be treated like men, not animal, that they was being treated as. Now, for 4 days, they negotiated, and the negotiations drug on. The world watched as the inmates held their ground. A defiant stand against the system that had stripped them from their dignity. They created a makeshift society within those prison walls. They attempted to build something resembling the justice system. Now, what happened was then the state responded. Governor Rockefeller, he was asked several times to show up and speak to these inmates, and he refused. Now, he also refused a negotiation. He ordered a retaking of the prisons. And what did he do? He ordered it by brutal assaults, a storm of tear gas dropped on them with helicopters, and gunfire. The official death toll was 43, including 39 killed by state police and prison guards, inmates and hostages alike. Now, the aftermath was a wave of shock and outrage. They created a commission. They called the commission the McCabe Commission. What they did was they was appointed to investigate this riot. They found that the state's response was excessive and unjustified of what they did. The wounds of Attica ran deep, exposing a raw nerve of racism, tension, and systematic injustice within the American prison system. Now, the consequences was some reform, a few concessions. But the fundamental problem persists. Attica became a symbol of rallying cry for the prison reform. which ultimately started happening throughout the years. It forced the nation's conversations about the treatment of incarcerated people, a conversion that tragically continued to this day. However, to this day, things has gotten much, much better for the incarcerated inmates. It's not as bad on them like it was back then. There's been a lot of changes. We have added a lot of education programs, different things like that. Attica wasn't just a riot. It was a rebellion. It was a desperate cry for recognition in humanity and the respect of a brutal reminder of the power dynamics at play. The scars at Attica remains a testimony to the enduring struggles for the justice within the walls of the prison system. If you like the content I bring to you, please like and share and subscribe to the channel. Let's spread the word and help it grow. And I'm going to continue to start talking about different stories that happen in the prison community. Once again, I'm Carey Randall, inside the bars, or should I say, beyond the badge, inside the bars. And you can pick up products like the Burna on insidethebars.store. Thank you for watching.